shimasu. I turn on my side. I'm going to look under me the opposite direction and rest my head, letting gravity stretch my neck. Other side, turn the other way, look back, put my head down, let gravity stretch my neck. Cross one leg over the other. The leg that's crossed, I'm going to use the same arm and reach between my legs and under the other one. Grab and squeeze. My arms are active, my legs are relaxed. Just hugging my thigh to my body. Other side. One over, arm on the same side between my legs. Under the other one, hands together and squeeze. And I'm going to roll myself into a ball. I'm going to roll from head to feet as close to the ground as I can without letting my head touch the ground or my feet touch the ground. I'll breathe in at the ends and exhale during the transition. Breathing in, exhale. Breathing in, exhale. And butterfly stretch upside down. Pulling my feet in towards me. And egg beaters. Going the inside out on each leg 10 times. And the opposite direction. Now try to slide a little bit from side to side as you do it. Other way. Switch. 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 And upside down butterfly squeeze. And sit up. Base of my foot against my opposite thigh. Hands out to my sides. Breathe. Breathe in as I raise my arms. Exhale. In Exhale. Turn my base foot out, quarter turn, and lift my opposite leg. As high as it feels comfortable. Tilt. And extend. Other side. Base of your foot hits the inner thigh. Arms out, relax. Breathing in as I raise my arms. And exhale. In. Out. Turn my base foot a quarter turn. As I release. Tilt. Extend my leg. And down. And grab my foot with my opposite hand. Bend over at the waist. Make a bowing motion with my arm and leg as I extend my arm out. I release my foot, let it come up, and kick the same hand as I bring it in front. And switch. Grabbing my opposite foot with my hand. Bending over at the waist. Making a bowing motion with my arm and leg. Extending my arm forward. When I release my foot, I'm going to swing through without touching the ground and touch my hand in front. Feet twice shoulder width apart. Turn one foot out. Slide my arm on the same side all the way down to my ankle. My other arm's going to reach up to the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. As I exhale, I bring it down to meet my other hand. Resting my head on my knee. Just relaxing, letting gravity pull me down. I'm going to bend that leg at a 90-degree angle. The arm on that side is going to reach over and under my leg. My other arm behind me so I can join my hands together. Twist and look up. And I'll switch to the other side. Pointing my foot out. Sliding my hand down my leg to my ankle. My other arm's reaching up to the ceiling and I'm looking up to the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. And I'll lower my hand to meet the other hand as I exhale. Relaxing. Letting gravity pull my head towards my knee. Bending my front leg at a 90-degree angle. Arm on that side is going over and under my other leg. Other arm comes around behind. Joining my hands together and looking up towards the ceiling. And release. Now I'm going to do a nice deep horse stance, as deep as I can. And push my knees out with my hands. Look back over one shoulder as I drop that shoulder forward. And the other side. I'm going to do arm rotations from this deep horse stance. Big getting large, smaller. Each. Hey. Sun. Shi. Go. Rok. Siche. Hach. Ku. Ju. Reverse. Small getting larger. Each. Ni. Sun. Shi.
Go. Rope. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. And bending over at the waist, stretch down. If you're touching the ground, one more stretch, reach between your legs behind you. And trunk rotations, each knee, sun, she, row, rope, siege, hatch, ku, ju. I'm going to do half splits. Opposite foot is up, toes pointing towards the ceiling, trying to just sit down and stretch out back of my leg. Switch. Nice and slow, I'm going to switch from side to side. Each. And reach my toe. Knee. Toe up, reach out and touch it. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Siege. Hatch. Ku. Ju. And standing up, feet together. Look as far as I can to one side without turning my hips or shoulders. Other side. I'm going to tilt my head, ear towards my shoulder. I'm going to put my hand on that side on my head, but I'm not going to pull. I'm just going to relax and just let the weight of my arm give me a little stretch. Inhale as I raise my other arm. Exhale as I drop it slowly. And switch. Ear to shoulder. Hand on my head, no pressure, just the weight. Breathing in and raising the other arm. Exhale and slowly dropping. I'm going to turn my head a quarter turn so that I can look towards the ceiling. Again, put my hand on my head and just relax. And let the weight of my arm give me a little stretch. Other side. Ear to shoulder, quarter turn looking up. Hand on my head, relax, stretch. And looking down. Looking up. I'm going to look down and put both my hands on my head. I'm not going to pull at all, just the weight of my arms is going to give me a little stretch. And then looking up. And neck rotations. Each. Knee. Sun. Reverse. She. Rope. Rope. Swim my shoulders back, same direction. And then I'm going to swim in the same direction forward. I'm going to go backwards, opposite shoulders, one back and one forward, alternating. And forward. my hips. I'm going to push my hips out in front of me, keeping my head over my feet, drawing a circle around my feet with my hips. Each knee, sun, and back, sheep, rope, rope. Standing upright, and bend over slightly at the waist, keeping my hips over my feet, and draw a circle around my feet with my head. Each knee, sun, and back, sheep, rope, rope. And pelvis rotations, I'm just isolating my pelvis, moving around in a figure 8 motion. Each knee, sun, and back, sheep, rope, rope. Knee rotations from the inside out, and from the outside in. And around to one side together, around to the other side together. I'm going to roll my foot over so the top of my foot is on the ground. Draw a circle around my big toe. Other way. Turn my foot over. Draw a circle around my big toe. Other way. I'm going to bend over at the waist and just hang. I'm not reaching for the ground. I'm just relaxing and letting gravity pull me however far it's going to pull. I'm not trying to reach or stretch any farther than I can naturally bend. My hands together. I'm going to sway my hands from foot to foot like the trunk of an elephant. My arms and shoulders are completely relaxed. I'm just moving them by switching my hips from side to side. You should really feel like your arms are just swaying without any tension, shifting at my hips. And relax. Shake out your arms and shoulders. Shake your head. Nope. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And nod your head yes. And now stretch down as far as feels comfortable. Drop your butt down into a squatting position, look up, and stand up. I'm going to sit down with my feet in front of me. Just walk my hands down my legs, relaxing my upper body and letting gravity pull me down. As I breathe in and out, I will exhale and reach a little bit further. And again, trying to reach my toes. Deep breath in, out. Just my hands are active, my arms are relaxed, my neck and shoulders are relaxed. Just a little pull with my fingers. I'm going to step one leg over the other. Pull my leg to my chest. My right leg is in front. I take my left arm and hook the crook of my ankle and the crook of my elbow. grab the crook of my elbow with my hand and across. Give myself a nice squeeze, like I'm hugging my leg. And I'm going to gently lean back just until my other leg comes off the ground. And just squeeze and breathe. And relax. Switch my legs. One stepping over. Now my left leg is in front. Pulling my leg towards my body. Hooking my shin in the crook of my right elbow, reaching across. My right hand grabs the crook of my left elbow. I grab the back of my tricep and hug my leg. I gently sit back just until my other foot comes off the ground. And relax. Again, I'm going to walk my hands out to my toes. You can do this stretch. Go ahead and do that, or just do the best you can. If you can get all the way here and you want a little more stretch, and actually pull the tops of my feet until my heels come off the ground, and then try stretching again. All right, next I'm going to work on headstand. I don't do a headstand, I have some shoulder issues, so I don't just do this, but I'll make a frame with my forearms. You can do it however you want. If you haven't done it before, using a wall is helpful, particularly if you want to practice a handstand. But in any event, I have a nice base with this triangle with my forearms. I'm not going to put my head on the ground because I don't want to put too much torque there, so I'm going to use the frame of my arms and just rest my head in my hands. I'm going to do the splits in the air. Twist my pelvis, turning my feet over. Then bringing my feet together behind me. Back up. Try to do some frog hopping. I'm just going to drop my legs down and push them back up again. Legs back out. I'm going to gently lower myself into the splits. Reaching over to one side, other arms reaching under me and across. Dropping my hand across the front of my body, switching other arm over, other arm down, reaching across opposite directions. Down across the front and across with the other hand. Down across the front, walking it over, pushing it across to the other side. Back to the middle, butterfly stretch, feet together, hands under my feet. I'm push down a little bit with my forearms, but don't bounce or stretch. Just try to relax and breathe. Just go as far as gravity will pull you. Next, I'm going to try to activate this in a motion similar to coming up from a roll. When we roll, come up over our shin at the end of our roll. I'm going to do that, keeping my feet together. If this is difficult for you, put your hands out in front of you like you're grabbing something and pull in. If it's easier, try to keep your hands closer to your body. Put my hands out like I'm reaching something, pull myself up, and open my hips and knees as wide as I can. And back down again. Each other side, reach out and pull. Knee opening up. Try closer if you can. Sun. Sheep. Rope. Rope. Siege. Hatch. Coop. Jew. Once I get here, I'm going to go all the way over the butterfly stretch face down. Using my forearms, pushing off the ground, push my butt back towards my feet. And on your back. Put my hands under my hips, lift my legs up, and lift my hips off the ground. Hands behind my hips to make a frame at the ground. Try to straighten my body as much as I can, really focusing on keeping my neck relaxed. If this hurts, relax, take it down. But if you can do it without pain, pressure should be on your shoulders with no weight on your neck. That feels comfortable. Try putting your hands flat on the mat and holding it. That feels okay, and you want to try a little more, bring your hands around the top of your head and up. Whichever position you're in, drop your butt down a little bit, slide your hands up your feet, and back down and extend again. Even here, I don't feel any pressure on my neck. The weight's on the shoulders. I'm just barely tipping on the top of my head. And down. And next, plow. I'm going to work into this nice and slowly. I'm going to go over to one side at about a 45-degree angle, bracing myself with my hand. And then switch to the other. When I switch back to the other side, I'm going to bring it in a little closer, 25, 30 degrees off center. Only go as far as feels comfortable. Let's go up to the point of the most stretch and stop there, but if you can continue going, bring it in a little further. I'll switch sides. When I switch back, I'm going to try to bring my knee right over my head. It's fine if you can't touch the ground, just try to bring your knee over your head. You can also touch the ground, reach. And switch. Both feet, same thing. It's more important to have it over my head. Keep my knees over my head. If I can't touch the ground, that's fine. Just go as far as you can. If you can, go all the way down. For the next part, I'm going to keep that position and then slide my head out from side to side to give myself a nice workout. Keeping my feet down in the plow position, I look up and pop my head out one side. Posting on my head and shoulder. Tuck my head and slide under. And back to the other side. Even if you can't touch the ground with your feet, give it a try. This, just pulling your legs over from side to side and letting your head out. Coming up, posting on my shoulder. Different angle. Popping out on my shoulder. Tuck my head in, slide across my shoulder line, back out the other side. Cat and cobra, or upward dog and downward dog. Trying to push my feet down onto the mat, making as much of a V as I can. Pushing into the mat with my hands to straighten myself out. If you feel yourself kind of slack, really pushing with the arms and walk it back. You can keep your feet down and you have that nice sharp angle and you want a little more stretch. Try lifting your toes off the ground. If you're having trouble with the stretch, walk it back out a little bit. Keep pushing with your hands, pushing your butt up in the air and trying to push your heels down to the ground. Then much like a judo push-up, I'm going to dive in, look up, turn and look back over one shoulder, and the other. Now, reverse push-up, back up. Again, pushing my hands into the mat, lifting my butt and pushing my hips down. And back through. Turn and stretch out one side. And the other. Center. That reverse push-up. And down. And again, I'm pushing my butt back towards my feet. And flat on the ground. Much like at the beginning, where I was grabbing my opposite foot with my hand standing, now I'm going to grab on the same side, both feet, and make a bowing motion. I try to keep my knees as close together as possible, but instead of keeping my knees up and then bowing, I'm going to bow and then try to squeeze my knees together. So looking up, and then try to bring my knees together, make a nice bow. Relax. Try again. My knees are apart, making that bowing motion. Squeeze my knees together and look up. And relax. Hands and knees like a camel. Pushing my back towards the ceiling. Dropping my torso, bending and looking up. Switch. Switch. Up on my knees. I reach back and grab my Achilles with both hands on the same size. Looking up and making that same bowing motion. A little easier, grabbing your heels, or even just pushing, touching the heels, or just gently leaning back and resting yourself. And up and over. Pushing my hips down, looking up. Looking down, reaching for the ceiling with my back. Switch. Switch. For the next exercise, I'm going to use a belt. I have a shoulder injury. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, so I use a belt to do this stretch. If you can put your hands together without a belt, that's great. In the meantime, I'm going to stop and get a belt and let you get one as well if you want one.